Today I wanted to talk about our image, and this is a topic of my presentation, Douchebag Programmers, our image. A few months ago I seen some kind of article on one of the Polish newspapers website. This article was about us, about that we are seen like a bunch of highly overpriced douchebags, and because there is plenty of jobs on the market and not enough of developers, we are acting like a bunch of douchebags. We can say whatever price we want to, and we are some kind of queens there. So yeah, and there was another article in response to the previous one. In the second article, someone has written that yeah, that's true, but because companies on the Polish market are treating us like without necessary respect, that we are not getting paid enough and we are not treated well. So.
Hello? Okay. So, yeah, and in the response of the second article, there was mentioned that yeah, we are acting kinda like a douchebags, mostly because our companies in Poland don't treat us well, don't offer us enough money, and there is a plenty of companies in other countries that offer much more. So the both guys were kinda correct and kinda wrong, because yeah, companies in Poland don't offer us that much money. Enough money. I mean, don't offer us as much money as companies in the other countries. That's obvious because the market is different. And yeah, and who wants to work for I don't know, 15,000? It's basically like a slavery, right? So yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, that totally justifies us as being douchebags because we are not getting enough money, right? Okay. Yeah, but they're kind of wrong because that doesn't justify our actions, and that these two articles got me thinking that there is more to that, because we are not only seen on the outside of our sector, IT sector, as douchebags, we are kind of douchebags to ourselves as well, sometimes in projects, in companies, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this in my presentation. So I prepared a short story. The examples in the story are totally exaggerated, of course, and colorized, but some of you might find them pretty familiar to you. So yeah, we have our programmer whose name is Jason, cheesy, right? And he is full-stack developer, front-end developer. Sometimes he does the Python work. For the most time in some project he did the Python work. He just quit the job because he had enough of working with jerks, and because he is not a kind of person who wants to show himself as this one rockstar programmer. he hasn't been not noticed in the project. He wanted to be noticed, so he quit the job. He started a new one, found a company. When he was planning to start a new life, company name is something Paul, as a name indicates it's probably company located in the UK or somewhere, and he started this new job in new company, and he got in that pretty big project, and here's the team he faced. Here's a guy who is a Python backend developer who is really smart guy, but he's kind of douche. He thinks that he knows everything better than everyone else. So we call him Mr. Rockstar. And here is a front-end developer who also is kind of cool guy, but sometimes might be a jerk. Mr. Frontend, there is a senior backend developer who keeps almost all the work in projects, and because he do the most of the job, he thinks that he's so awesome. Let's call him Big A. And there is a new one who joined our project just before the Jason. Let's call him Junior. And of course there's a boss, the boss, and he has no idea how to lead the project, but yeah, he is the boss. We've seen that, right? And he's the tester, QA. Mrs. It doesn't work, and that's it. Guys are making a lot of fun of her, mostly because she puts a lot of this bug description like it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work on what? On Chrome, on Firefox, where it doesn't work. So mostly because of that, but. They don't see that she's also available, but because she actually tests in the way that users are using their actual applications, so it's also valuable. So we have a team. He started this project, and he started getting to know the project reality. So he kind of know now client profile. He knows what client does. We are staying aware of that. It's not irrelevant right now. And he started seeing a lot of patterns and problems in projects that situations that were happening in previous project he attended, and situations that he kind of might have solution for, but he right now doesn't want to share with the solutions because he's new to the project, right? So he won't be showing himself as a guy who just joined the project and wants to mess with everything. So yeah, project started, and but there was not enough people. There were a problem in projects, so company started looking for another guy, and they found it. Pretty guy with a pretty big name, and this guy was supposed to save the project and fix everything that's wrong in it. So yeah, this guy joined the project, and of course he decided that he looked at the code on the first day, and he decided that, Jesus, what is that? We have to refactor everything. We will rewrite everything. So we will call it Mr. Refactor. It happens a lot because oh, come on. Most of us had the same thoughts. That's whoa, this code is really crappy. Let's rewrite it, right? So yeah. So, and we have this project reality. How the project is going on for real. So there's a lot of problems there, and Jason started noticing some kind of patterns. I tried to name them and started to Google for those names, and actually I found that obviously someone did this before me a long time ago with a lot better names for that. So those are not my definitions. Definitions are made by Scott Berken on his blog or something like that. And yeah, and so there's, I will mention here are three of those definitions. There is a lot of more of them on the blog and even more in comments, and they are kind of funny. So first one is asset-driven development. Of course, we can see this pattern in most of the project, in many projects. When some kind of big A is keeping all the decisions, even he doesn't know what he's doing, even despite the fact that he doesn't know what he's doing, he still takes all the decisions and everybody follows him because he's the boss, or he's the one appointed by the boss who is responsible for those decisions. But no one will disagree. Everybody just pretend that it's okay. So there's a second one, cover your ass engineering. This one is about no matter what happens in the project, we are making sure that we are staying far away of that. We are not involved directly in anything related to the problems, and when the shit hits the fan, we are totally clear because we had nothing to do with that, right? And there's another one, get me promoted methodology. It's about pretending that everything is okay in the project when it's not, and waiting for the moment that everything just starts crashing, so we can just stand up and say, hey, I'll fix everything. I will be the hero. So yeah, I've seen that. And actually, in our story, in this project, we have a variation of these three. So yeah. And at some point, of course, things just got serious. Someone pushed with the force to the master. A lot of changes has been erased. And 2 days before the delivering to the client, we have erased our 3 months of work. Someone just did it. Okay, we have a problem here. So client side of the project, where there's also a development team, found an architect responsible for that. So they just fired him. Some other guys just left the project. We don't have enough resources to finish it, and we have a lot of problems. So we need a lot of help. Yeah, and here comes the Mr. Refactor and Mr. Big A. They offered that they can actually fix all of this, be the heroes. So client agreed. Also, Jason wanted to do that, but yeah, he just didn't want. Yeah, he decided that not this time. But let's go back for a while and focus on the client part of the story, because we are forgetting sometimes that on the client side there is also people there. There's in most cases also developers there, and they act exactly the same like we. They not necessarily are sitting on their butts and do nothing for the whole days. They also have a lot of meetings and work. So even we don't see them working, they're actually working somewhere there. So it's worth of remembering that, I think. Okay, I have to speed up a little bit. Okay, so Jason got went for a beer, got totally wasted, just like we will on the after party, and he decided that he need to think bigger. So he decided that he will offer help to the those guys, Mr. Refactor and Mr. A, and they can just get all the credits, but project will be saved. Actually, project just got saved because of this action, and all the credits went to these two guys, not to Jason, but the boss also noticed it, and the team was very happy because of Jason's actions. So the boss noticed that he helped a lot, despite the fact that he wasn't on the first place responsible for the success. And yeah, he got a raise up and stuff like that. So conclusion of that is that our market is pretty young, is developing. IT market is pretty young, I think, is developing, and we are in the phase that we have all these fancy methodologies like Scrum and overall Agile and stuff like that. We have a lot of technology and cool tools, and which are more and more advanced every day. And because of that, because of the market is still young, we can actually make some changes before it's stagnation. So it's a good time, I think, and it's a good. I think it's a critical moment here to understand that also we are on the market right now, and because of the market is growing up, right now there's a situation that we have not enough experienced developers, and there's a lot of work, and there will be, so companies are hiring fresh guys who doesn't know anything sometimes about programming and developing software, who will need to be trained, and who is gonna train them? Of course, us. So it's a good moment to I think remember that, and because if we will be a bunch of jacks to the new guys, we will generate another generation of jacks who at some points will just kick us out from the jobs. So let's not do that. Let's actually be more open for these people, share the knowledge, and remember that those guys are making a part of our teams and are a part of atmosphere also in our projects and companies. And I think it's really important thing. So basically that's all. That's my time. If you will have any questions, you can just find me in ST Extender. So thanks for listening, and also thanks to the organizers for a great event when basically anyone from the sitting even on those chairs can just one day be a presenter. That's something amazing. So thanks.